Good evening, Temecula. My name is Dr. Yuan Hawks. I'm honored to serve as the chairwoman of this commission. Now I call this meeting to order. First, we have flag salute led by Commissioner DeGrave. Please. Thank you. Now, Madam Secretary, roll call, please.
Thank you, Chairperson Hawks. Commissioner DeGrave? Present. Commissioner Kingsburg?
Here.
Vice Chair Sizemore? Present. Chairperson Hawks?
Here.
And we can please note Commissioner Castro is absent, therefore 4 present with 1 excused absence. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we have any public comment?
We have no public comments this evening.
Thank you. Then we'll move on to division reports. First, we have Avani Huskus from Human Services to give us an update. Welcome.
Thank you and good evening, Community Services Chairperson, Commissioners, fellow staff, and members of the public. My name is Avani Huskus. I'm a Senior Recreation Leader within the Community Services Department, Human Services Division. I work at the Margarita Recreation Center, an intergenerational facility offering activities and services for all ages and abilities. I will be presenting the Human Services Report focusing on inclusion and senior services. Our Supporting Kids Involving Parents program, also known as SKIP, recently held its Sizzling Summer Ice Cream Social at Michael Mike Nagar Community Park. This family program for children with special needs offers sensory activities, social skill building, recreation, enrichment, and support for parents. 30 participants came out to beat the heat with ice cream, crafts, and music. July's High Hopes Pool Social brought together 80 participants for an afternoon of fun in the pool. High Hopes provides adults with special needs opportunities to socialize with peers while enjoying group activities and events. Guests cooled off with swimming, played games of pool volleyball, and enjoyed refreshments with friends. July to August Eagle Soar Playground and Splash Pad Inclusive Social Skills Program welcomed 24 participants for designated playtime for children and families with disabilities. The event featured sensory stations, crafts, and obstacle courses, with parent and caregiver participation. Camp SOAR ran from June 16th to August 8th. Across all 4 sessions, we served a total of 120 campers. Our session themes included the great outdoors, ocean life, and time travel. Campers enjoyed games, outdoor play, talent shows, STEM activities, and swimming days, along with reading activities, crafts, and parachute games through partnership with the Ronald H. Roberts Temecula Public Library and Grace Melman Community Library through the Lunch at the Library program. From June 16th to August 8th, Temecula's Summer Food Service Program provided free, nutritious meals at Michael Mike Nagar Community Park to children 18 and younger and individuals with disabilities of any age. Operating Monday through Friday, the program received 2,640 meals for the month of July and 7,200 meals overall over the course of 8 weeks. In our senior news, we received a 500% increase in participants from July 2024. The Silver Shuttle provided transportation for seniors from the Mary Phillips Senior Center to Sprouts for grocery shopping, followed by a meal at El Pollo Loco. This outing offered participants a convenient way to shop for groceries, enjoy a meal together, and engage in social interaction outside of the center. There were a total of 20 participants for the July Silver Shuttle. July's Senior Talk featured a presentation on Medicare plans by Yvette Silva from Kaiser Permanente, with 50 participants in attendance. Seniors gained valuable information about coverage options, benefits, and resources, and had the opportunity to ask questions to better understand their healthcare choices. In July, the Arts and Crafts activity at the Mary Phillips Senior Center featured butterfly greetings and dot paintings. 24 participants took part, following step-by-step instructions to create their projects while enjoying each other's company. July's birthday celebration recognized 6 seniors with July birthdays. 30 participants attended, sharing cake and refreshments. July's monthly event was the changing of the flag ceremony, held in partnership with Foreign War Veterans Motorcycle Club. 80 participants attended the special event to show appreciation and respect to our flag and those who served. The MSPC Intergenerational Community Garden remained active, with 15 participants planting, weeding, and harvesting seasonal produce, including eggplant, strawberries, corn, and broccoli. Participants worked together to maintain the garden. Throughout the month, the Mary Phillips Senior Center operated as a designated cool center, providing a safe and air-conditioned space for the community during periods of high temperatures. A total of 323 individuals came to the center to stay cool and rest. This will conclude the Human Services report, and I would be happy to answer any questions at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Now I'm going to open the floor up for our commissioners to make comments and ask questions. First, we will start with Commissioner Kingsburg.
Thank you, Chair Hawks. Appreciate the report, Ivani. Very well spoken and said. Thank you. To me, it just reinforces all the variety and myriad of activities that we offer, through Human Services. And I think that's why, as far as things I try to get to, I try to support those sort of activities. And I was able to get, I think I mentioned last month, I was able to get the changing of the flag ceremony. I hadn't been to that before. And you mentioned the Camp Sora, and I stopped by there a couple times and got over to the help with the food service, and just really, people assisting people, and it's just so positive. So anyway, kudos to you, kudos to staff for everything that you guys do. And I appreciate the update on the numbers. I was curious when I saw that 500% increase, and I go, that's great. I even made a note of that when I saw the report in its electronic form. But I was trying to figure out where that came from, and then I saw the Cool Center numbers. So but then I'm going, okay, I'm glad people are utilizing the Cool Center, but July didn't feel very cool today necessarily, but July was a little cooler than past Julys. But anyway, I'm glad people are utilizing that service. And so to see our senior service numbers up are great, because I know a lot of those folks can really utilize. So anyway, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll go to Commissioner DeGrave.
Thank you for your presentation. I have a couple notes. The first, well done on, as Jeff or Commissioner Kingsburg stated, 500% increase is really impressive. When I heard those numbers, what came to mind was, how are you reaching the senior community? Because even if it is just to get some air conditioning, I know it's a more challenging demographic to reach. They may not be on social media. Obviously, I'm assuming there's a lot of word of mouth, but there's somehow you're creating growth, and I'm just curious how the city's doing that.
I know we do a lot of promoting with flyers. We do get a lot of the same seniors, like you said, kind of a word of mouth situation. But more specifically, I could always ask our manager, Yvette Martinez, and get back to you on that.
Okay.
We also send out press releases for the Cool Center and the Warm Center annually.
And I did want to mention that the Cool Center is for all ages. It's not just for seniors. So those numbers can also be up because anyone's allowed to come to cool down. Yeah.
Okay. And my second comment, for the summer food program, is that through the USDA? Is it the USDA summer food program? It is. Do we have one? I'd like to ask what types of food are served in those meals, and does the city have any say in what's given out?
Yeah, I know for an example of what was in the bags, fruits and vegetables, milk, they would make fresh food, but I'm not sure if...
Some of it is prepackaged sandwiches, like Uncrustables, things that you get at the cafeteria at schools. But then also, since we have Cece Solis, who cooks fabulously, she makes burritos, she makes salads, she makes fresh, and a variety that's for all the palates.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Vice Chair?
Yes, just want to say thank you for being here with us tonight and providing us with the information. I think what you and your division does with Human Services is really the heart of what our community needs. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have a question about the human services. I saw it's a 10% decrease. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure. Like I said, I could always have Yvette Martinez and reach out to you and ask her, but I'm sure Bea.
I suspect that it's the splash
Yeah.
pad closure, so that's definitely significant, use. A lot of people have come by and been disappointed about that and having to go elsewhere, so I suspect that it's from that.
I wonder, is it potentially because, too, I think people would be at the splash pad and they would see the lunches, so they would go over. So it wasn't necessarily they were there for the lunches, so perhaps that's affected the numbers.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And also for the camp SOAR, there is a specific age group for 6 to 9. And is that the main difference compared to the other summer camp?
Yeah, that's one of the differences. We do have like a smaller group and we don't do excursions, but since we're in such a good spot, we're able to walk down to the pickleball courts, go down to the hockey rink, go to the park and stuff. But that would be, I think, one of the main differences. We do have a younger age group of that 6 to 9.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank
I
you.
was out there and I think I saw the camp
Oh,
SOAR kids
probably.
at the ring. Yeah, they
Yeah.
were having fun, yeah.
We utilized like all the spaces. They had a lot of fun this year. It was really fun.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And now we'll move on to our presentation from Temecula Valley Museum, and we have Kaylin Wolf. Welcome.
Thank you. Hi, my name is Kaylin Wolf, and I am a recreation leader at the Temecula Valley Museum. I am happy to be presenting for you this evening. The museum had a very busy and event-filled July. Currently, our exhibit that is upstairs is The Perfect Shot, Walter Luce Jr., and the Art of Sports Photography. This exhibit showcases some of the most inspiring moments in sports history. This exhibit runs through August 17th. July's Culture Day at the museum, we celebrated the country of Kenya. Kenyan history, culture, cuisine, music, art, and prominent figures were showcased through in-house made informational panels. Guests were able to enjoy samples of traditional Kenyan cuisine from red sambusas and catering. In addition, they were able to participate in 2 art classes, one hosted by TVM staff and the other hosted by Bigfoot art classes. Approximately, we had 265 guests in attendance. On July 7th through the 11th and July 14th through the 18th, the museum hosted this year's Culture Quest Summer Camp. This program was offered for 2 weeks with a morning and an afternoon session. These campers learned about a different culture each day with guest instructors who presented live performances and art lessons. The camp consisted of 40 participants. On July 25th, we honored a delegation of students and staff for our sister city, Daisen, Japan, with a commemorative breakfast. The student delegation and their host families had an opportunity to meet the City of Temecula dignitaries and various city staff. The students provided a special presentation to share their culture, hobbies, and to demonstrate their English. After the breakfast festivities, the students collaborated with the Temecula Employee Wellness Team for an open house and a meet and greet cultural activity event. On July 26th, the museum hosted its first annual Sister City Day Festival. This event celebrated Temecula's sister city of 30 years of friendship with Daisen, Japan. Guests were able to learn about Japan's history, culture, nature, recipes, and artists through in-house created informational panels and scavenger hunt activities. Guests were able to enjoy food samples from Soho Ramen consisting of various sushi rolls, edamame, and imported Japanese snacks and refreshments. We had approximately 600 guests in attendance. Lastly, July's Out of the Archives presentation was honoring the 136th birthday of author Earl Stanley Gardner. Guests got to look at some of his nonfiction books and magazines that he wrote about his trips to Baja California in the 1960s. We had 22 guests stop by for this event. The museum has seen a 30.7% increase in visitors from July of 2024, which is amazing. This concludes my report, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we'll start with Commissioner DeGrave.
I again just wanted to congratulate staff on just continued participation at the museum. I was able to briefly pop over on the Sister City Day, and it was another amazing event with sushi and the lady drummers, and I wasn't expecting that, and it was just, you guys always go above and beyond, so I just want to say thank you and good job. But that's all I have. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner Kingsburg?
Thank you, Chair Hawks. Agree with Commissioner DeGrave. Definitely, really impressive what you guys have been able to do and continue to do. And I got a chance to get over and see the perfect shot photographs, current display, and that was great. Really enjoyed that. Kind of went down memory lane. A lot of sports memorabilia there, which was nice. Again, and as Commissioner DeGrave suggested, the culture days just seemed to really be a huge success, and saw that with the Japanese sister city. I was also able to get over this last Saturday. You had a nice turnout as well with Italy, so congratulations to Sergio, Kaylin, and the rest of the staff with that. And the other thing, I appreciate seeing the Culture Quest summer camp in the report, because that was, again, it's just so many things going on in this city that you lose sight of, you miss a couple things, here or there. So it's taken me almost my entire term to get all three of these camps. I guess it's one camp per year, because I got down Camp Soar, and I know about the other camp over at the Ronald Parks Community Recreation Center, and now this Culture Quest camp. And so that's a nice opportunity, and I appreciate both Willa and Bea getting back to me on that. So again, great work.
Thank you. Vice Chair Sizemore?
Thank you. Thank you for being here with us tonight. It's great seeing everything that you guys are doing. I really did enjoy participating in the Sister City delegation visit. They are just a joy to be in their presence. They are an amazing group. The young people that come to visit us are just amazing. And I wanted to just question, is there anything that staff has attributed the increase in attendance to?
What do you mean?
You said there was like a 20% increase in attendance between July 24 and 25?
I believe it's this exquisite exhibit, and then also Culture Quest is pumping the numbers up as well.
Okay, just right, because it's great to see attendance rising there. I think our museum does amazing things with what they're given. So thank you.
Thank you. I agree with all my fellow commissioners that I'm really happy to see the huge improvement in the attendance at the museum, 30% increase. And I want to congratulate you, and I saw your manager is sitting there. So thank you, Sergio. Well done, a great job for you and your team. And I've seen the improvement every month. I think last 2 months we got a report from the museum. It's really, you made a big difference. So thank you.
Thank you.
And also I want to thank my fellow commissioners, Kingsburg and DeGrave, that you went to the museum and participated and cheered them on. And thank you for Vice Chair for going to the other Japanese culture exchange. Now we'll move on to our consent calendar, and we have one action items is to approve the action minutes from July 14th, 2025. Can I have a first and a second, please?
I'll motion to approve.
Second? I will second. So we have Commissioner Kingsburg first, and I second. Roll call, please.
Thank you, Chair. I'll take a roll call vote. Commissioner DeGrave,
Yes.
Commissioner Kingsburg,
Yes.
Vice Chair Sizemore,
Aye.
Chairperson Hawks.
Aye.
The vote is unanimous with Castro absent. The motion is approved.
Thank you. Now moving on to Director's Report. Today we have Superintendent Bea in attendance and giving us a report.
Yes, thank you. Good evening, commissioners and staff. Thank you for an excellent reporting job. Willa and I put together the slides and the reports, but it's only because everyone produces such great work serving the public and showing all these incredible numbers. So we're very proud of our staff and the team that puts these evenings together. I wanted to thank each of you for your commission workshop participation and valuable input. We all were on behind you and there and watching from our desks if we couldn't be present. The only thing that's coming up tomorrow is, other than city council meeting at 3 o'clock, is there's a Park and Rec subcommittee meeting tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and the topics, there are 4 topics and they're on the agenda posted online if you're interested at all. That concludes my report, and I wish Erica a speedy recovery. She was not feeling well today. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to the commissioner's report. And I'm going to change things a little bit, and I'm going to go first this time. That a few weeks ago, that Vice Chair and I had the privilege to attend the breakfast to welcome the Japanese students. I thoroughly enjoyed the experience. It's as part of our culture exchange. And I think Isabel did a fantastic job. It's very organized. And I also received reports from the city, so it looks like it went very well. I also want to take the moment to thank all the host family. And speaking of that, I did talk to a host family, and they expressed some concerns regarding the recruiting of the host families and the demands for what they need to do. So I'm thinking if I can suggest maybe the city can provide some incentives, or since there is another need for December, there is another delegation, I understand, adults delegation coming for the city to recruit the host family. Another small suggestion will be if all 5 commissioners can be invited or included in this event. I don't understand the Brown Act, this event that not all 5 of us are invited, but there are other events all 5 of us are invited. So yes.
If you want me to speak on that, it's because it's not a public event.
Okay.
So legally, you guys can only all 5 attend if it's a public event. Yeah,
Okay.
and the breakfast was not a public event, unfortunately, so we could only have 2 at a time.
Okay. Thank you for that explanation. That makes sense. All right. And now I want to comment on the workshop. So I really appreciate the effort from the council, and they took the time to meet with us, have a conversation. I believe it was a candid conversation, and I'm very proud of my fellow commissioners for your openness, for your candidness, and for your sincere comments. We really want to see the improvement going forward. And also, that was the first time I heard about the formation of another committee, the GPAC. While I won't be applying, I certainly hope that the community needs will be identified from that effort, and moving forward that we can see something positive forming from that. And I believe we are part of the public engagement because we are not elected officials and we're not city staff or employees. We are public, we are residents engaging in the local government. So I hope that in future we can still have some form of ways for the public continue to engage with the city. And I believe also the city council mentioned they want to see the public engagement. And I want to thank my fellow commissioners for your dedication and support. And that concludes my report. And now I will move to Vice Chair Sizemore.
Thank you, Yuan. I appreciate your words. And, it's always something fun to do in Temecula. We have lots of amazing activities through community services, and it's not just about fun, it's about the people, taking care of the people. And I love seeing what this division does. So thank you to all the employees for all your hard work. And I did appreciate having an opportunity to participate in the joint workshop. I think I voiced my feelings there, so thank you.
Thank you. Now, Commissioner Kingsburg.
Thank you. Yeah, I kind of tried to weave in some of the things I participated in last month with your guys' report, so that worked out well. The one thing I didn't get a chance to mention was it was July 24th, the 80s concert in the Sunset Market. So my wife and I came down and enjoyed some of the music and walked around the market, and definitely noted it felt like the Sunset Market was a little bit more robust. More vendors and whatnot. But boy, the concerts down here just seem to be a real hit. I mean, they really do. Just a great. People really seem to enjoy it, and so that's super. Yeah. Also, I made some notes about the workshop, and I may speak for a little bit on it. Hopefully, not too long, but just because I didn't feel like I really kind of got to share everything I perhaps had planned on sharing or hoped to share. But yeah, I did appreciate the opportunity to participate, and so thank you again to the City Council and the staff for scheduling and organizing. I mean, I want everyone to know that is appreciated. And it was mentioned first in public comments and by some of the participants that, having the workshop at that point seemed a little bit out of sequence, and I think everyone understood it was a little bit late in the game to enact change or growth for our commissions that are to be disbanded. But the effort was there, and having that opportunity was great. Again, I was a teacher for nearly 3 decades, and so I felt like we were kind of cramming a 2-3 day lesson into a half day, is what it felt like, and then our discussion wasn't able to begin until 45 minutes in, so that created time pressure, and we did have, I counted it up, with 11 commissioners, 5 council members and staff, and a facilitator, you have about 20 people who are all, willing and expecting to participate, so it's kind of hard to share the rock, and we did. I mean, it was definitely democratically done, and everyone got their opportunity, which was great, but it was hard to dig in. And maybe this is intentional, we seem to kind of skirt around the essential issue of should there be a newly formed commission that would merge responsibilities. I think it might have been presumed that all the commissioners believe there should be. But I don't know if that's necessarily the case. I know I was a little bit concerned going in with the idea of, we kind of imploded 3 commissions, if you will, a majority of the commissions, and just to put a replica there, I think would not be wise. I mean, normally if you take something down, take it apart, you put something different there. And I know the council's going to address this moving forward as they suggested, but it was a bit unclear, and maybe that wasn't the purpose per se. But I know it was clear from Mayor Kalfa suggesting he wanted a standing commission. Mayor Pro Tem Alexander talked about preferring a task force model. And so again, they'll take that up perhaps not tomorrow, but soon. But anyway, yeah, it was a good opportunity. Things kind of became more clear to me through the workshop, so that was good. Just understanding where the city's at, how they're operating. City Manager Adams speaking to the subcommittees and that operational style, which maybe does diminish the need for the commissions, at least as far as shaping policy. So I guess in closing, I do understand that model. I understand trying to be efficient, and there's nothing wrong with that. I get that. I know efficiency is a huge benefit, but I guess I would just say, as a conclusion of the workshop, that that's a perceived benefit is more efficiency. The perceived cost is, potentially you have 16 commissioners expiring. That's a majority of commissioners. It could create the perception of a consolidation of voices, if you will, and probably more importantly, a loss of potentially what would be considered critical voices, of a number of people who've demonstrated commitment to the city. So I know that this isn't personal. I think we get that, and that I think the council and the staff would like to create opportunities, for commissioners to continue in perhaps a different role. So I think we'll all at least take that in and consider that in our own terms. But again, at the end, I just want to be clear that I do appreciate that opportunity for the discussion, and things became a bit more clear for me as far as the direction of where the city is likely to go. So thank you.
Thank you. Commissioner DeGrave.
Yes, I want to start by sharing that I'm very excited about the city's new, the digital, the guide on social media. I think this is a great companion to the hard copy that people are receiving in the mail. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I know that the city's going to, you guys always do a great job of kind of being silly and engaging, and so I think it's going to just be, those guides, they take countless hours to put together, and personally, I know that, and there's just so much detail, and I think this is just such a wonderful opportunity for the city to be able to highlight that a little bit more and maybe even get people to go back and pick up that hard copy and look at it. I was contacted by a member of the community that noted that the student-led theater program is going to be on hiatus for a year. I don't know if there's anything that can be done about that, but I just wanted to bring it, and I don't know, bring it to the table and see if there is any opportunity for discussion. I know that parents that are involved in this group are looking to see if there's any solution, if they pitch in and pay for it, is there any way to bring it back? And thirdly, I want to echo what the other commissioners are saying, and I did appreciate the workshop exercise. I do think it was a little bit late. I don't know if it was an afterthought. It maybe felt like that with a lot of us. But I did appreciate, at minimum, the opportunity to be able to share our sentiment as commissioners. And I can only speak for myself in that I will not be applying for that GPAC opportunity. I think it was, I don't know if that, again, if that's just a Band-Aid to say, oh, we can offer this opportunity if you're looking for a way to serve as an alternative to your current commission seat. But I'm not sure if that's what our commission or the Ready commissioners are really, how we're looking to engage. Again, I'm only speaking for myself, but I really hope that City Council and staff will take into consideration genuinely the sentiments and the comments that were shared in the workshop and use that to create a commission that looks more like what they hope it should be.
Thank you. I agree with my fellow commissioners that we all appreciate the workshop, the effort that they took to listen to us, and I agree that we hope that they will take into the consideration what we said and when they make their future decisions. And also another thing I want to bring up to see if we can add an item on the agenda, say agendas for future discussion. For example, like what Commissioner DeGrave just brought up about the student-led theater. That's something fall into what we oversee, if something we can discuss and come up with some kind of a consensus, then we can bring up to the council as advisory committee. That's just one final thoughts. And again, I appreciate my fellow commissioners, and I'm very proud to work alongside you and to learn from you, and that you encourage me and inspire me to continue, even though we're sunsetting, but continue till December. On that note, meeting adjourned.